And
I haven't seen anybody in the chat.
All right. Hello, friends.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the ladies' room. You are going to just be listening to, hi, Cynthia. It is just me and Disco D today.
Yeah, it is. Get us lovely gals tonight.
Yeah, Leah's at a library conference and probably has crappy internet. So you are just going to hang out with us for a little bit tonight. So, how is everybody tonight? I gotta apologize to everybody. I got a slight cough that came out of the blue, so I'm gonna try not to cough into the mic, but bear with me. Because it's like one of those coughs where you breathe in and it tickles the back of your throat, and
it just.
So I'm gonna try to hit mute. Yeah, it's just irritating. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to hit mute, but if I don't, I'm sorry. So, we're gonna talk about, what everyone's been talking about a little bit. Benny, hi, love.
Hi, thanks for popping in.
Yeah, I know it's late there. I'm always so happy to see Benny.
I know
it's late, and thank you for watching.
Thank you so much for staying up.
Hopefully you're a night owl. Yeah.
I think it might be a night owl.
Skip definitely has to be a night owl because he's up.
Because I am not a night owl. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not. I'm more of a morning.
I used to be like a night owl, like in high school, and then I became like a morning person, and now I'm a night owl again. Just because that's like when it's really quiet and I can get work done. So
if I didn't have to get up, because I'm usually the one that has to get up early, and my husband's kind of the night owl, so I'm usually the one that has to get up early. So I'm usually the one that's like, okay, I'm going to go to bed because I know I'm the one that's got to get up.
Yeah, I also got to get up early.
Yeah.
Too, but that's why I kind of. Sheila. Sorry, I didn't make it to the mute. I'm trying. So yeah, the debate, that was, I didn't want to get too optimistic. I knew she was going to kill it, but I didn't want to like say it out loud. I didn't want to like jinx it or speak anything into so I was just cautiously optimistic, but I thought she'd kill it, but I didn't think she would kill it like that.
Yeah, I love when she shook his straight out the gate. She went and shook his hand right in his territory.
And that's what I wanted to talk about first, was how she kept like everything in, like she remembered to, like I wouldn't have remembered to do all that stuff. She not only shook his hand and went over to him, she went behind his lectern in like his territory. And then she went in like I don't know if people, the way she shook his hand, she ended up with her hand on top of his, which is something he likes to do. He likes to pull people in and put his hand on top, which is like a sign, like a body language sign of dominance. But instead he did that limp wrist thing, and that from the like, even if you didn't notice that, he did, and it set his mindset up for failure. And it just spiraled.
I loved it. It was straight intimidation straight out the gate. I was like, yes, girl, own it.
She might be small, but she be fierce.
She's like, you don't scare me. You don't scare me. We're going to show right out the gate that who's going to own this right now.
And the thumbnail I put, and she did it all in heels.
Exactly.
Her heels, I wish I could wear heels like that.
Me too.
I cannot. I will fall and trip on my face.
Listen, I would have been happy if she showed up in her Chucks. I'd have been like, you go, girl. If it's comfortable, you show.
Well, I think because she asked, Trump was throwing a shit fit over her having, because I didn't realize how short she was. So she wanted, I guess she wanted something to stand up on, which people do.
Makes sense.
And for I guess it also for the cameras, and for I guess it also for the cameras to pick up, that they're more level. So they figure shit that no, you don't. So then she asked for a shorter podium, and she was wearing some high heels. I think because of like that argument. So if she was presented with, she can't like have that lower podium or step stool, then she can wear high heels, whereas I mean he wears high heels, but
yeah, I mean back in the day when I had to, I mean I used to wear heels all the time, but now anymore, dude, heels, it's hard to wear heels anymore.
I would fall. I've never been able to wear shoes like high heels like that. Not in my younger years, not
right
now.
Yeah.
Like I would, and I've tried to do the practicing, break it flats
like
for me.
certain heights, we're gonna break ankles,
Yeah, I can't be breaking any bones. I got braces to pay for my kid and dental, So Cynthia mentioned about his earpiece, that he was wearing an earpiece. I didn't notice it. I did see some MAGAs saying that Kamala was wearing a microphone earring, and then when that like propaganda didn't work, they started saying, well, those are $800 Tiffany earrings. You know what?
She can afford them.
What? If she was a very successful attorney.
Yeah.
And what if they're a gift? Her husband also very successful attorney. Like
they're just jealous because she's got Tiffany earrings. And they don't.
So
not a crime.
Yeah. So when the mic. Oh wow. Here, let me see if I can get this up. So was this meant to be like a microphone, Cynthia, or oh, I see. Okay, you guys got to see this. Okay. Let me get this up. So this is definitely really interesting. He's definitely wearing an earpiece.
Which chat are we?
In our text chat.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
He's definitely he's wearing something.
Right there, if you guys can see. Let me see if I can zoom into it.
I got to zoom in pretty close. It looks like something's there.
I don't know if that's zooming in for you guys.
I can see it right there.
Yeah. So if you guys want to zoom in, that totally looks like an earpiece. Whereas her earrings look like the Tiffany earrings. So, but like if they can't get her on one thing, they're going to try to get her another. Oh, 800. Well, no, I'm sure he's wearing like $1,000, $5,000 watch. Why doesn't he get criticized for that?
Exactly.
Oh yeah, it could be a hearing aid. It definitely looked like what the Secret Service wear.
Yeah,
like those earpieces.
Usually hearing aids, sometimes they're made. You can't even see hearing aids. Sometimes they're not even visible.
My grandma had a really tiny one and got stuck in her ear. My dad had to like go in with tweezers. He was a whole, yeah. But so wow, that good eye, Cynthia. I didn't notice that one. So there's some right-wing commentators in particular that I think have some nerve, like even commenting on some bullshit with Kamala.
Hey, Amy.
I mean, not Kamala, with Donald Trump. So, oh dear, I'm a hot mess. Sorry, guys.
You're good. Take your time. Dude, my stomach's growling so hard. I'm surprised y'all can't hear it. Oh my gosh.
No, I can't hear. So like one thing though that like, and I don't want to sound all like, you know, woke or whatever you want to call it, but like it's really incredible what people focus on when it comes to women in like positions of power. And especially in like other Western countries have already elected um, you know,
Women.
women to their prime minister or president or whatever it is that they have. So
except here,
it's this huge ordeal. So this is just a photo that my screen will load. Here we go. Okay, my computer told me no. Oh boy. Okay, maybe I can't share it.
no, is it not letting you?
Yeah, it's not. It's like telling me essentially no. All right, well, never mind. It just let me did it before, so I don't know why. It wouldn't, but it was basically a picture of Kamala's earring and how people thought, oh, look, it's a microphone like, first of all, she doesn't need a mic. She's already mic'd. Like, they can already hear her. Like, if they're in the studio, they can already hear her. So, calm down about that. But like what are they gonna tell her? Like what kind of information is she gonna get through an earpiece anyway?
Right.
There was this once and then Barron Trump, I think Barron Trump is now off limits because I mean like game on when it comes to him and politics, because I'm sorry, he posted the most disgusting, horrific post on Twitter. I'm gonna try one more time to see if
I was looking on Twitter to see if I thought we were streaming live on X, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't stream to X, so we're not
okay.
We're only on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure. That's what I was checking. To see. Okay, sorry. I was like checking to see if it was working.
Okay, so this one I'm really gonna see if I can because if you haven't seen it, like, you kind of need to see it. So yeah, so basically Barron Trump is like father like son. I don't know why, as like we get all with these like douchebag politicians or just douchebags in general. When we see that they have children, we think that, oh, maybe they'll be different. Like, we set ourselves up for failure, and then we're all like disappointed when we see them like, just act a fool like their parent. But it's basically a photo of Kamala on her knees, looking like she's going to get ready to give Donald a blowjob, and he writes on the on the link, "My dad is going to wipe the floor with this whore today." And first I was like, no, this can't be like this can't be, you know, oh no, it was him. And apparently his account was suspended on X. But like I have no doubt that you know, he'll be back on, you know, within the week. But it's like, what is wrong with you, kid? Like, seriously?
Yeah. I'm telling you.
I'm really sad that I can't. Oh, wait, I got an idea. One more. We are going to do it as, and I hate doing it like this. I don't know if it will actually work either, but because I really wanted to show you guys like the photo, and but I'm not as fluid as like Tony is with the software, so like I'm trying to like do two things at once, and we all know that
You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job.
I cannot walk and chew gum at the same time. So
we got this.
We got this.
Got this. Hey.
Oh wait, that's not what I wanted to. Damn it. Oh, don't even tell me. Like, it said I could use slides, so I downloaded it as a PowerPoint slide to try to re-upload it. But I don't think I can do that, unfortunately. Well, that's a big donkey boo.
No.
It only lets you do Google Slides. Let me try one more thing, and then I will give up on all of this. Oh, wait. I think I got it. How is Melania raising him? That's a good question, because I thought she was pretty involved. So like, but I've also heard from Melania that about Melania that like she's not as like she's this was the earring from Laura Loomer. We can talk about her later too, but because she has some weirdness going on with her, but I think this is it.
Oh my.
So, right, like it's like kind of stunning that like, does Baron have any friends and family besides mommy? I don't know, Amy. I'm assuming. Well, I don't want to assume. Probably he would, but he's also not a normal college kid, so gross.
That's gross. That's so gross.
That is gross. Loomer is like, and you know, but when I found all these like clips, she hadn't posted that comment she made about Kamala being in the White House, and saying that if Kamala wins the election, the White House is gonna stink like curry, and she'll turn it into a call center. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, and then even Marjorie Taylor Greene is like, dude.
Yeah.
And I don't know if y'all saw that infighting between those two, but it happened after I made all this. So, all right, I saved these clips. So we'll have to look for that another time. Trump bred Trump. Yeah. I mean, what's his face? The Junior and Eric are the same. Yeah, and like it's not like if Barron just like kind of stayed, to himself and tried to keep a quiet life, then maybe, leave the kid alone. Um, family, but no, now he's actively engaging in politics. Game on. Game on. So,
Oh, definitely.
um,
Game on.
I'm just what's
That's
that?
gross.
So, and then like we have all these like different camps of MAGA. So hopefully this will play.
Yeah.
There's like the people just mad that oh maybe it okay, it won't do that. And then there's the like I didn't want to play that. I wanted to play these like video clips that were from Twitter, but I guess that's a no. There's the camps of like that are like Megyn Kelly freaking out. I had a clip of her freaking out, but I guess we'll have to do that another time.
Right. Dude, but still,
But
when he
she
started,
lost her shit. Lost her shit. I was just like, whoa. Whoa. Like, yeah, whoa. And I had a clip of her just going absolutely like bonkers. But oh, I do have actually. Come on. Oh, okay, so this clip of her is from the Dave Rubin, one of the Russia hacks that have been in the news, like with Tim Pool and those
yeah.
creatures. So I have a Dave Rubin clip too that is just like really gross, like about talking about Taylor Swift and needing to worry about like you don't want to be like a girl in Venezuela, just like nasty, gross stuff. But Megyn Kelly has like in this clip, she has such disdain for Taylor Swift. It is, I'm just like, lady, you're not normal.
Some of these people have
Like,
big problems, man. They can't take it. They can't handle it. So
yeah,
I'm
Cynthia,
ready to see Megan because I don't think I got to see this clip yet. So.
Cynthia is exactly right. She has some sort of PTSD or like it's not healthy. Like
Hey, Uncle Patty, welcome.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're okay.
Yeah, and he like humiliated her in 2016. She had to essentially leave Fox News over it. And now she's acting like her and Trump are such besties. And it's just like, girl, have some self-respect. Like, come on. Like
definitely. Definitely.
Hopefully this will let me do this. I had to upload the YouTube video. So it's taking a minute. I don't know what's wrong. Your device is having trouble sharing your video. No shit, Sherlock. Try sharing again. Okay.
Please stand by technical difficulties.
Please, yeah, I gotta get like that elevator music.
Yeah.
Please
stand by. Diamonds and pearls.
Okay, well, it just told me to go fuck myself. So,
They said, "No way, Jose, not today."
It said, "No way. Am I gonna work?"
Absolutely not. Oh no, I'm not
I
laughing.
don't know if it's too big of a file. I mean, it's really not that. It's like the total is a 5-minute video, but I'm not gonna like make you guys sit through 5 minutes of it, of course. But I knew exactly where to go to in it, and but she's just absolutely bonkers. Here, I'll put it in the chat. Y'all can watch it on your own for homework. That's the link to Megan Kelly. Man, of all the times, like for StreamYard to be crapping out,
I
this
know.
because this was a pain.
StreamYard's
It's
not
all right
liking
though.
us today.
StreamYard, but it's all right. Shit
It's all
happens,
good.
y'all.
I'm so
Y'all
glad
will,
everybody just came in to hang. And
yeah,
but I still have to say though, when Trump was talking about like eating dogs in the freaking debate, and Kamala was
that,
just over there just giggling her ass off, like just laughing. I just I
yeah.
just thought that was hilarious. I'm like, just keep. I mean, what else you gonna do? But this shit made me laugh. She's just over there laughing. And they said that stupid shit.
That was one thing that was so impressive was that she was able to like
She's just
not
like,
only speak very eloquently and just come at him like that, but her facial expressions. Like
like
I wear my heart on my sleeve, so
I do
like
too.
my face will say it all,
Me
and
too. I'd have been like,
it's
the look on my face would have been like,
yeah, or I just would have been like, like that would have been my face. uh,
going.
but yeah, so yeah, she
She's over
has
there just fucking laughing, going, "Oh Lord, woohoo, crazy town."
I keep trying to hope maybe StreamYard will say something different, and it doesn't.
Where it
But
says,
it's okay.
I like you now.
I like you. I'm gonna
We're gonna
work for
be
you and
we're gonna be
let you play your
friends.
clips. I have to think that maybe like there's something like sometimes when you leave like an extra like tab open in the background, like I'm thinking maybe that's what I did, but I don't think that's the case because as I close everything, I'm not seeing anything weird that like you know,
Right.
like those dialogue boxes that fall in the back and it'll make everything um and sometimes like also what I definitely get in trouble with is I sometimes with Macs it's easy to like throw a screen to the side and forget about it. So maybe it's like on the somewhere else in on the screen. So I'm just like trying to find where all the windows are. So
All that's open.
but yeah, no, it's just it's not just it won't it probably needs like to start and stop, like stop and restart again.
Yeah.
Yes, she
Alternate totally. I'm showing my age when I say that.
yeah, he like and he can't hide his facial expressions either.
He was so pissed. He was
You
just
knew
over there making those face.
exactly
Yeah. He's like,
you knew exactly when he what he was going to say because um and she like somebody said this, I think it was on the Bulwark where they were like, it wasn't even like she hid these little traps. Like
mm-mm.
she was like, crowd and like he just was like, you're like it. I mean, she just like threw them at everything every time he took the bait, and I think she even announced that like she was going to like the campaign let it leak that she was going to try to uh get under his skin.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess they didn't prep him on that
No,
because
because I think he thinks that nothing's gonna get under his skin because he's tough. But I'm like, you're
yes,
real tough,
your Uncle
dude.
Fatty, the only thing he was cooking was his diaper.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then, of course, what did he do today? Didn't he cancel the rest of the debates this afternoon? Yeah, he
Yeah.
said he wasn't gonna the
Because
chicken
he was
shit.
so successful. Why would
Yeah,
he, if he won,
no,
why would I
that
like,
dude is
but
so
you know what?
chicken.
I think Kamala. Now, I'm not I've never gotten anybody elected. This is just my unprofessional opinion, but it works for John Ossoff, the Georgia senator. David Perdue refused to debate him, and that was one of his lethal mistakes because it gave John Ossoff an hour and a half of free airtime to talk to the entire, well, I mean, anybody in the country, but really to the people of Georgia and
Yeah,
say, I'm here to talk to you guys about what I want to do to help you. And my opponent can't even be bothered to greet you. Like he said it masterfully. I
he
forgot.
did.
I'm gonna butcher it, but so I think she should just do the debate and
Yeah,
like show up regardless
absolutely.
and answer questions. I think the next one was supposed to be town hall style, if I'm not mistaken, but
Mhm.
that I mean that will say a lot, and it gives her free. How many millions of eyeballs on her for
A
free? I
bunch,
mean,
yeah,
you, I think,
yeah.
and honestly, I think, I think, I don't know. I also don't know campaign strategies, but I think she could handle it, kind of like Pete Buttigieg and Gavin Newsom. I think she should like say, "You want to do it on Fox News? Let's do it on Fox News." Like, I think she
Yeah,
could handle herself
I do too.
wonderfully.
I do
But,
too.
there might be a strategy, that something I'm not thinking about because I'm not a campaign person.
No, I
Oh,
think she's doing a great. I think she's doing a great job. I really do, and it's just getting better. It's just getting better.
um, what was
Like,
the
keep it
other?
up.
Uh, I feel like I'm describing like ever accidentally turn on the descriptions, the accessibility feature, like where it reads, it talks like it describes what you're seeing for the visually impaired. I feel like, well, I have this other clip that is of Taylor Swift and she's holding her kitten and like
Yeah, I
but
mean, people lost their mind when she endorsed him. Was that today? Was this or yesterday when Taylor finally endorsed her? I mean, I don't know why I said
I thought it
him.
was right. Wasn't it right after the debate? I
Yeah, I
thought
think it was.
no.
I think it was.
Um but yeah, Megyn Kelly lost her
Her last name.
mind
I,
on, and I'm just like,
I gotta go
what
find that clip
um
now of her.
I don't think this will appear because I had like a clip from Tony's Twitter. That was a video. It was like Fox News talking about it, but um it won't like the slides, that I downloaded, it won't let me do it. But like I don't understand why the right is so like upset about it. First of all, celebrity endorsements really don't have any effect. What is
No,
Taylor Swift going to do though? She'll get a lot of people to register to vote,
yeah,
but she doesn't mean she can get them to go to the polls. That's first thing. Second of all, they look like whiny babies.
yeah.
Like, I think we have a troll
Dude.
in the
Oh,
chat.
Dewey.
Yeah, that's all right. She answered 0 questions. She got mocked by Trump. I don't know what debate you were saying,
Yeah.
But Trump looked like an old man. Lost in the nursing home, and the Grandpa Simpson memes are like nail it. Like from The Simpsons, how that's exactly it.
Goodness.
So Cynthia, you're funny. No, she go back to your basement. Yeah, Taylor Swift. I think it was also
perfect timing.
Perfectly timed. I think she probably timed it with the campaign too.
Yep.
Like if Kamala knocked it out of the park, it would be the icing on the cake, or she could save it for like directing the narrative, like changing the.
She's smart. She's smart. Definitely smart.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. She's a billionaire alone from her music.
Yeah.
That is hard to do, especially in the days of Apple Music where you can buy a single, like you're not forced to buy the whole album to get one song, like back in the olden days, as my daughter would call it. But
Mom, days.
What? She's like, Mom, what was it like in the olden days, like before devices?
Oh my
and
gosh.
I was like, well, we had to just sit there and stare at the wall and prayed for the day devices would be invented. And she got mad at me. Not really. She was like 5 or 6, like, but she acted such like, tell me about the old, like such excitement to hear about the olden days. It was like she, like I was living the Oregon Trail.
Like we're over there like churning butter and stuff. Like
getting dysentery. Oh yeah, Betty. I guess you missed it. I guess he only came to say one thing, and then he went away. That's all right.
He went bye-bye.
There's a few trolls in one of the shorts that I posted a few hours ago. They got really upset about that one. You know what I noticed about the shorts that I post on this channel? MAGA gets really mad about the ones that like question one was talking about Trump, Kamala believing in the rule of law, and it was a clip from her at the debate calling Trump a criminal, and like that one, like I got a bunch of MAGA on there. I mean, it just helps my algorithm, our algorithm. So come on over. Or the ones that talk about like gender role, or not even talking about gender roles, that the thumbnail or title makes them think about gender roles. There was one in particular, the highest viewed video, Kamala is for the rule of law, the 2020, I don't know if I can because I don't want it to start playing. But if you go to the channel, that one has drawn a lot of views. There's another one that like MAGA went crazy over. Talking about Kamala's name. And that is one of my highest viewed videos. They got really upset that like, people are telling him to pronounce it. MAGA is weird. That video was pretty high up there until I posted the one about say her name correctly, because it's disrespectful. that one was, and then when I posted MAGA is weird, which is just like a parody, like clips, and it's not a serious video, but yeah, they didn't like that one. They got really mad. They have no sense of humor. Like they cannot laugh at themselves.
No.
Like
can't.
I mean, there's plenty of times Biden did something stupid or,
he's always joking like, oh yeah, I'm just 40. He's always joking, about his age and stuff like that, knowing, and I'm like, see, he can make jokes about himself and his age and everything else, I mean,
yeah.
I think if a person can kind of make fun of themselves or put themselves out there like that, I think it's great, because nobody's perfect, you know what I mean? So
yeah, and that's the problem with
about right. It. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the problem with humor on the right, is that they're not, what they don't realize is that, like, they're not funny because they're punching down. You have to punch up.
Right.
And, like, they're not funny because they have, like, they have to disarm the audience, first of all. So, like, when you make a joke about yourself, it kind of helps you connect with the audience, like, because you're showing a vulnerability, even though it's not like real vulnerability, like the sentimental kind.
Right.
When you're willing to laugh at yourself and say, "Hey, laugh at me. I did something silly, dumb, stupid, whatever." It's relatable. So MAGA just makes fun of regular people for regular things, which alienates probably a good quarter of the audience. So, they're just not funny. Like, there's plenty of times where they, left, what would be considered left-leaning comedians, they make fun of woke stuff all the time, and it's funny because some things are, like, ridiculous. And, but they make it funny. They don't, like, insult people and just, like, try to humiliate them for the expense of a joke.
Yeah.
Like, you might, like, they don't bother to think, hey, maybe you're just not funny. Like, and think about it, like, if you really feel like you can't say something, what is it that you really want to say? And, like, why do you need to say it? Maybe maybe it's something you just shouldn't say.
I mean,
shouldn't be laughed about.
Mostly MAGA people and stuff like that anyway are just out for cruelty. Everything is about cruelty, like, and Cynthia's saying the same thing, that MAGA is nothing more but cruelty and fear porn, and that's exactly what it is. It's all, fear and being mean and bigoted and all this stuff. Yeah, but, especially with how cruel they want to be to, like, immigrants and stuff and migrants.
That's terrible.
It's just like, I'm like, really? I mean, and it didn't happen that way overnight. It's been the repeated rhetoric from Donald Trump ever since, he came down the golden escalator, even before that, talking about, Mexicans and this, that, and the other.
Yeah, talk about a billionaire being relatable. Donald Trump
is not
came down a golden escalator and shits in a golden toilet.
Yeah.
Hey, audience, how many of you have a golden anything? Maybe some earrings, maybe your good necklace that you wear out to dinner. Like, we don't have any golden turlets
and shits on people who probably work for him.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So
at your golf courses.
Another clip that I had that I'm gonna have to, like, describe accessibility, like, is it was damn it, I just lost my train of thought. What were we talking about? The golden toilet, spitting on people.
Yeah.
JD Vance. Damn it. It was really good. I was gonna talk about a clip, but I can't, obviously.
I was backtracking to see.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm like completely sober too. Like, maybe that's the problem.
Let me smoke something. Maybe I remember.
Oh, that's awesome. Uncle Fatty's going to a show with his Tony Michaels t-shirt.
I want to come
I like
visit
it.
Washington State because that's where my family's from, and I haven't been
I
there since I was
love
4.
Washington State.
I haven't been there since I was 4. My grandfather's buried in Seattle, and I would really like to go up where they lived, my grandfather and them grew up. So, yeah.
Yeah, Waltine has to change Trump's diaper.
Well,
Can you imagine that diaper? Like,
mm-mm.
that's a full adult load.
I'm like, what is this dude getting? Like, what's Waltine getting out of all this?
Yeah, I don't think it's money.
I don't think,
maybe it's money.
I don't think Trump's paying him, but I mean, who's paying him to do all this shit? Or is it just because he's trying to stay, you know, I don't know, legally? That is he part of the case in some way? The documents case and stuff? Isn't he part of that?
Oh, yeah. I guess that it got dismissed for him too because he was named as a co-defendant. So I would assume, I'm assuming it would get,
Oh, yeah. Cynthia just said
getting 3
to 5 years in federal prison.
Well, right on. That's some loyalty. Like I don't know what Waltine is hoping for.
I don't.
I'm not going to prison for anybody. 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 Not my kid. I told her, you do the crime, you're doing the time. I was like,
right.
I'm not going to prison for anybody. I would go to prison to protect her.
Yeah, me too now. I would if I needed to go to prison.
That I would do. But if it's like taking the fall for something,
I'm not doing that.
Oh no, am I taking the fall? No way, man. No way.
I've been watching. My new thing is watching these court cases on YouTube. I don't know why I'm fascinated with a lot of it has to deal with family stuff, and like there's been a couple of cases I watched with these kids where these moms left like their kids at home, like little bitty kids, or in the car while she went to the casino. I'm just like, people left their baby locked. There was a door on the outside of the room. Yeah, just like lock the baby. And I was just like, what the fuck, people? There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that. There's a whole bunch. I didn't know how frequently they happen where people were leaving their kids by themselves, especially when their baby's like 5 months old and stuff.
I was like,
yeah, I'm like, how can you do that? I don't get it. I'm just like,
they can't take care of themselves. Like,
no,
we might be talking about the same story. When I heard a story very similar to this. A woman went off for like 5 days or something like that, and she put like a bunch of bottles with the baby, and the baby was pretty close to death at dehydrated because the baby doesn't know that it can barely crawl. And you thought it was okay?
They caught this one mom. She was drunk driving. She was driving drunk, and she had left her 5-month-old kid at home. I don't know what she was doing. I guess she started drinking at home, and they was going to the pool, and the cops had to go to her house and go in and get the baby, and the grandmother was on its way. Yeah.
That's just like,
I was like, wow. And one lady left the kid in the car while she went in and gambled, and she tried to say, well, my brother was in the car. And of course, they have camera footage everywhere. And I was like,
you can't lie about anything happening in a casino because there's cameras.
She's like, 3 or 4-year-old kid left in the car for an hour while she went gambling. That's just like what, and like the woman that left her kid for like 5 days. What about their diaper? Yeah,
they're just sitting in their own filth. or like
it's awful because these cops go in
like
there and they go in and they're looking around, and I mean, it's just awful in some of these places. I'm just like, oh God, I'd hate. Oh,
how do you
that's
think that that's
awful.
okay?
It's yeah, and God, and
Like, if
there's
you don't want that baby, there's safe haven laws. You can leave it
mhm,
at a
and
fire department or a emergency room, no questions asked, and then you can go do what you want, and you don't have to worry about
yep,
that baby anymore. And it's
yep.
safe and taken care of. So, like,
But there's a
um,
Judge Boyd here in Texas, man. She don't play. I mean, she does not play. Like she be straight up like, well, how do you think a baby's gonna like, you know, does it take two people to go to the grocery store? You know, why do you gotta, leave your baby locked from the outside? The door's locked from the outside, and you like to. So it makes me think that you're locking your kid in his bedroom all the time. That little baby. Yeah.
and like, why? Yeah, if it's a baby, why do you need to lock the door?
Because she
You
said
know what I mean? Like,
she was unlocking the door on her and getting out of her room, and they were scared. I'm
well,
like,
like my
no,
kid did that, and you know what it's called? You child-proof the handle.
yeah,
You buy a lock that they can't reach up top. Because my daughter, I bought the child-proof handle things, and she was like, "That's cute, mother," and like
yeah,
was
and the
able to
baby
take it down and let.
baby has cystic
So I had
fibrosis too. They slept. They were gone for like 5 hours.
yeah,
Because the neighbors called. There's awful flies everywhere. The baby was
that's
sick.
terrible.
Yeah, I was like, man, there's a whole lot of awful fucking people in this world. My husband will come outside. He's like, man, I can't believe you're watching this stuff. And I'm like, well, I can't help it. It's just,
Hey, I'm a true crime junkie too, and
I
like,
know.
um, like
It's awful.
my ex-husband is a complete monster, and like,
I know.
I
My
mean,
dad was a
this
monster
story is
too.
like for a whole
Jesus.
other episode, but like I took comfort
Hi,
in like hearing
Kim.
other people's horror
Hi,
stories
America guy.
like that.
Sorry.
Yeah, he did, definitely did. Sorry, break a lot of laws. Hi, Kim.
Kim.
But yeah, so like with some of this true crime stuff, especially like um with like serial killers, even though my ex-husband is not a serial killer,
Right.
put that out
Oh,
there.
yeah.
But
Oh,
like
yeah.
the
Totally.
psychology of a serial killer and like how they're able to manipulate their families and gaslight them, that's what I really identified with and felt comforted by, that I'm not the only educated person who fell victim to that, because I
Oh,
felt a lot of shame for
no.
things that
But
I
hey,
state,
you could be
you know.
educated or not and still fall victim to that kind of
Yeah, but
abuse and
at the
manipulation.
time, you're, I was like, you know, pretty fresh out of that marriage, and um
It does damage.
so anyway, I really took comfort with true crime shows, like especially
My
Evil
mom
Lives
liked
Here.
those
That one in
too.
particular,
Mhm.
on IDTV really um got me through. Like I
Yeah.
sound like a psycho saying that, but
No, but still, my mother loved her true crime too, and my mom was abused, but yeah, she loved her true crime. I don't know, maybe that made her feel, I don't know, just comforting to her knowing that she probably knew
but
all all the ways to kill somebody.
women women in general have true crime obsessions, like, and in like if there's something about our psychology too as just human
Mhm.
beings, like
We just kind of are trying to
like
figure out like what makes somebody,
yeah,
especially women, like women who kill,
I like stories, and I like knowing things, like
mhm.
um and it's something about human psychology too. It's kind of like why dystopian, like apocalypse movies are always popular. Um it's
Yeah.
something I can't think of like the wording of what our brains like um associate with it, but
I know, isn't it weird?
Yeah, I don't listen to crime podcasts per se, but definitely like true crime stories.
But I like to watch stuff.
So anybody have any questions or comments or?
I'm getting sleepy. I'm like, man, when did I'm like, oh. I think,
Yeah,
I'm
Jeffrey
sure.
Dahmer definitely
He did. He
gaslit his
totally
family.
did. Yeah, he totally did. Yeah.
That was a fucked up story.
A lot
A
of
lot of
these
these serial killers
were they like Bundy. He was a sweet talking,
Yeah, and he always like had a broken arm to make him look less threatening.
Yeah.
Oh, Kim, will there be another debate? Trump is saying no, but
Yeah,
I think
just backed out.
Yeah, I think Kamala might be able to goad him into one.
I hope
But
so.
even if we were saying earlier that we think she should do the debate anyway,
town hall
by herself,
why not?
because it's free airtime.
Oh yeah, I show up. Town hall, baby.
Yeah, I mean it's priceless advertising.
It is, and she gets the whole time to talk about all the things.
And I just can't believe like how deluded. Like, no, let me rephrase. I can't believe Trump. Like, there comes a point. Like, I get his whole psychology. Just deny, deny, deny.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you lost, you won. All that stuff. But there comes a point where, like, I would feel way too humiliated not acknowledging the obvious than like keep trying to gaslight and say, no, I won. Like, when you clearly didn't. And like so many of his allies are publicly saying he sucked. And even Fox News is like he sucked. And, Harris should do the town. Yeah, I agree, Cynthia. They should do.
I agree.
We should do a show on family-induced misogyny. Yeah, especially like what's the word? Like trauma bonding with parents and like having to go no contact. Yeah, no, we've I mean lately we've been doing a lot of election stuff only because we're in the last like couple months, so and a lot like things changed. The game changed once Kamala became the candidate, and like the real like she has a real chance of being the first woman president, which totally wasn't on my bingo card, but I'm digging it.
I know, but hey,
digging it.
I am too. I'm loving it. Loving it.
Yeah, we had a show. We did one on the tradwife trend, and quite a few YouTubers have talked about it, and specific trad wives in particular. And some of them are kind of sad stories. Like it's like not even like trad wife. It's like being a submissive, like saying, "Hey, I'm gonna let my husband be a total asshole to me and demean me," and that like they try to say submit to your husbands because it's biblical, but like what they don't understand is that it's not intended to mean chauvinism or cruelty or like submit like as in like slaves submit. It's meant to be respect your husbands. And they also forget the other part of that verse that says, husbands, love your wives as you love the church. So yeah, I cringe hearing like, we're living a biblical tradition. No. That's not biblical. That like you're letting your husband be cruel, and there's nothing biblical about cruelty.
Indeed.
And just humiliating them in front of people. And
so
no, that's not what God, Jesus intended.
No.
Yeah. And yeah. Sorry, I was just I hate to be reading comments, but we did ask
I'm
questions.
I'm like, I'm starting to lose my voice now too. I'm like,
it's just like I breathe in and it's like automatic wanting to cough. So it's
I keep
crazy, but
in my throat. Stupid allergies.
Yeah, he knows he lost.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's in like denial. Like maybe he's at that point where he's so depressed. You know, like how some people
he's trying not to think, he's trying to come across that he's not like bothered, but
like he's believing his own lies.
Yeah. Definitely. I don't know. I think he's feeling the heat. He's feeling the heat. He's definitely feeling the heat.
I have to wonder, I mean, nobody's said this publicly. I don't think anybody would say it publicly. Somebody posted as a joke, like Nikki Haley as the GOP, like a Nikki Haley for president as replacing Trump. Which I really believe that Nikki Haley would have definitely a much better shot than Kamala. I mean, a much better shot than Trump. Knock on wood. I don't want to jinx anything, but I'm going to put some faith in our fellow countrymen, and I don't think the polls are right.
No.
I'm not going to be arrogant enough to say that it's not close.
Dude, we gotta get out and do our jobs, man. This is
And like when you think about it, like it's only close because of the Electoral College. It's not close because of the popular. The popular vote, Biden won by 8 million last, and that's a lot of people. So like, I think that more people are not MAGA than more people don't want to support MAGA than do. But you know, that stupid Electoral College that is bullshit.
Yeah.
And I could kick the founding fathers for setting that up like that. That wasn't smart.
No.
I mean, I get what their logic was, but you know,
they should have changed it a long time ago. But
yeah, Benny, reality is definitely going to kick him in the butt come November.
Yeah.
I'd like to think that, especially with Nick, what's his name? The Nazi Nick Fuentes. Even he's like, you know, turned against Trump and is like, you lost by a whisker. Well, that would have been nice to know like 4 years ago. People went to prison for you losing by a whisker. So like people like him turning on Trump, and I mean he has a pretty large platform. He does. You know, I don't think that it means they'll vote for Kamala by any stretch, but if it makes them stay home, all power.
Yeah.
You know, staying home is a vote for Kamala too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think they're polling correctly. I don't think they're polling the right people. I don't think they're polling in the right method. I mean, I'm not, obviously, that's not my area of expertise, but like a lot of these places, if you read their methodologies, they still call people. And I want to know who's answering their phone, first of all. And then second of all, how many people are you calling? And, you know, like, all right, so somebody like me, my phone number does not reflect where I actually live. So how many people are like me where their phone number is like all the way across the country, And they just don't want to. It's been their it's been my phone number for so long. I just don't want to change it. So,
yeah.
Yeah, and they're probably polling a lot of old boomers with a landline, like Cynthia said, but that's only one demographic. So I don't think that they're getting a true snapshot. There's only certain pollsters that I really consider. Simon Rosenthal, I think his last name is. Because he was right on. And then there's a professor from Princeton who has this like methodology that's an actual method. It's predicted every election since Nixon or I think and then he retro did with his 13 keys and it would have been right for every election except for 1860. And he's a professor of political science, so anyway, I trust what he has to say because it's actually based on logical method, and he explains his methodology. So
that's really cool.
I'm bad with names, so
that's really cool.
Back. This is what I get for making fun of anybody who reads the comments as they go. Well, friends, I think that's it for tonight. It was great talking to you. Hopefully we'll have Leah back on next week. Hopefully also StreamYard won't say go fuck yourself next week and I can have I was all prepared. I was so prepared. I had all the clips and Twitter and I was gonna be like Tony and he would have been proud. I was just gonna be on it, and then StreamYard was like,
nope. Never fails. But it was great. And I'm glad that everybody that came and watched and hung out with us.
So all right, we appreciate you,
Thanks,
Kim.
guys.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, like videos, because a lot of MAGA is disliking my the videos I've made lately, and that's hurting my ratio. So
we'll give her some
remember to thumbs up some stuff, and we will see you later. All right, have a good night, everybody.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.